Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And of course, good morning, Mini Metro. Let us dive in to today's daily challenge. We are going to Barcelona, and we will play it on normal. Let's start off with a nice red loop right here. Go ahead and get this sped up as we dive into our day. Okay. Circle station over here. We'll just expand the red loop. Nice and simple start. I hope everybody is doing well today. I had a fun and exciting time yesterday going to the mall. First time I've been to that particular mall in more than just since the pandemic. Yeah, malls are a bit of a relic of society, and there's one in my particular part of the world that is, quite large and important, but also a place I haven't been in several years. But I was there yesterday for a very special reason. I was picking up my brand new PlayStation 5. Yes, I actually managed to get a PS5. I'm very happy. Alright, let's kill the purple line. Problem is, we've got 3 consecutive triangles up here, and then 3 consecutive circles here, but really it's 4 when you account for that one, so it's going to be a little awkward. Let's take 2 tunnels here, just to make sure that I'm good on tunnels forever and ever, amen. I'll drop another locomotive on the red line, and that should be okay. You can go get that circle up there as well. Maybe I should have taken the carriage instead of the tunnels here, but as long as the loop can sort of maintain itself, I think it's okay. Like, really, what am I going to do? Pull off, this circle, this triangle? Okay, there's a football there, which means I am going to... Actually, I'm going to want to redraw the order here, because we'll get this going out this way. Basically, what I want to avoid happening is uniques staying on these locomotives for a very long time. Let's draw one for you up there. That'll be okay. So what I was saying is I want uniques that get funneled into the central square to get deposited at their destination station as quickly as possible. So, hey, down here, we're going to have ourselves a reasonably helpful triangle. We'll draw a green line that does that. So basically, let's take another line here. So, a unique gets to the central square here. It gets picked up by the red line, and then it will get taken out, and it'll get dropped off immediately, rather than spending an entire loop on the locomotive clogging up space. For those who remember Fire Joe Morgan, it's basically, you want to avoid clogging up the base paths of your trains. Let's see. You can go there, and we'll give these 2 to the green line. Give a little bit more work there. The red loop is getting a little broken up here. It still has 3 consecutive circles over here. And out this way is a little bit worse because it goes circle, square, circle, football, circle, square, circle before a triangle. So, there's a reason we settled on the very helpful triangle for the emote as opposed to the very helpful circle or something. It usually winds up that you're in a situation where you're like, man, I could really use a triangle here. And then you get one, and it's very helpful, and you feel good. Alright, let's take a locomotive. I think I can go without a carriage. Actually, a carriage would be really helpful right now, so let's just take it. I think what I'm going to do is take this green line off of that triangle, draw a yellow line to share that triangle. Actually, no, there's no reason for them to share. We can do this. We can pull that off of the green line. You can have that and be rounded. And then you, my yellow friend, you can cut yourself back and terminate here on a triangle. And I think that'll wind up okay. Let's go ahead and put the carriage on the red line right there. as I was always going to. And we'll make sure that it actually works out just fine. Ooh, what was I saying? What was I saying? That right there is a very helpful triangle. Breaks up the run here. You know, a triangle right here is going to get picked up and dropped off rather than carried all the way up here. It's a helpful triangle. That's all there is to it. So, got a nice basis here for what could be a pretty good run. Would help if I could speak English. I don't know what a run is, but I'm sure it's fine. Let's redraw the purple line to pick up that circle and then terminate at that square. That's okay. Purple line has the luxury of having squares at both ends here. Circle up there, we can just give to the red line and we're okay. I do have one spare locomotive. I might want to just drop that on the red line to keep things moving a little better. Let's go locomotive and I'll take another line here. Good morning, Parlor Ghost. Never think that you might be rid of Parlor Ghost. Why would you want to be... It's not rid with someone you like as much as Parlor Ghost. That's what I was trying to say. Let's see. Green line, why don't you hook off of that, and we will draw a blue line for that specific purpose. Now, this circle up here is a bit of a problem. Let's see. If we do that, no, that won't do at all. If we do this, however, it's a little awkward, but you know what? It works. So that'll be okay. This green line here really isn't doing much, but I'm sure it will pick up more responsibilities as we go along. I would love it if a triangle spawned right up here, just to, you know, I'm happy to take this little square off of the red line if we need to, but really this triangle is doing so much work for us that I don't want to go without it. So we're going to do everything we can to keep this on the red line. I did drop another locomotive right out here, just to make sure the red line stays okay. Let's go locomotive again, and you know, I see a developing situation right here on the red line. I'm actually going to take the carriage again. We'll drop that right there, keep the red line nice and clean as much as we can. Let's see, are you going to do anything? No. That didn't really help that much, actually. I think a fourth and final locomotive for the red line is in order. Okay. So, you know, I could take the square and the circle off of the red line and probably still have this triangle involved, but the square is reasonably helpful, so I don't think there's a major reason not to have it there. Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah. Having that triangle up there, I was just saying how I would love to get a triangle up there, shorten the red line. Let's just do that. Pull that. There we go. Okay, you can come up here. Actually, I think that circle might want to go back on the red line. Yeah, that circle will go back on the red line. We're just trying to keep our secondaries happy here. Purple, you go up and do that. That's going to be okay. You know what I might do is... Nah, I can't really redraw the blue line that way. Let's just get this in motion, see what happens. I am deeply disappointed in my daily challenge score. Blame Bogsy for it. Had to pause and do stuff. Oh no. Oh, don't throw off the Emperor's Groove. You'll have to get a new one. I've never actually seen that movie, but I remember what it's called. And hey, we got a square back up here. There's a fair number of squares spawning here on Barcelona. And in pretty helpful places as well. All right, let's take a locomotive. I will take a line as well, and you know what I think we're going to do with that line is chop up some of these interiors here. Because the yellow and purple lines are both being tasked with an awful lot, and we can break that up, I think. Let's run the yellow line through terminate at that circle, and we'll get a pink line going. That'll come down here, grab that, and then terminate up at that square. And that should be okay. You know what we can even do? We can terminate the purple line at that triangle instead. That'll help out the red line a little bit. Plus, it'll get triangles being delivered in both ways for the purple line, so that should be just fine. Look at this. This actually looks really good, I think. I'm starting to get a little bit worried about the yellow line just because it terminates with 3 consecutive circles, but it should be okay. Worst case scenario, we'll put a carriage on it at some point. The Emperor's New Groove is one of those movies I thought would be absolutely horrible, but you genuinely love it. Okay. I've heard really good things. You know, it's one of many pieces of media where it's like, I've heard good things. There's no reason for me not to have seen it other than the fact that I just haven't seen it. Oh, diamond out there. Okay. We're going to have to put that on the red line, which opens up this circle here, which means we need to redraw our pink line, I think. Let's do this, and I kind of don't want you to terminate on a unique, just because I'm... Actually, why not? Is there a good reason not to? Let's try it. Let's have the yellow and pink lines terminate on uniques now. That should still be okay. Hopefully I get a line this week, and I take the last line out to this circle here. If not, we'll have problems. Actually, we're going to have fairly major problems because this thing is now overloading. But we'll get there. You're going to survive. It's only 6 p.m. You're only halfway dead. Here we go. Let's take a locomotive and the last line and immediately pause. All right, now, you need to go out here. Why don't you do that this way? You'll go circle, square, circle, triangle, and into the central square. Great. Go nuts. My communication skills are largely attributed to A, Mean Girls quotes, and B, Emperor's New Groove quotes. Hey, you know, that's basically me. Like, I was just thinking about this last night because of something I saw on Twitter, but I have so many fucking Simpsons quotes up here, and I never use them because for some reason I'm like the only 30-something person in the world whose entire friend group has never seen the fucking Simpsons. Let's go over here. That's a perfectly cromulent triangle. Are you going to be okay? Actually, you know what? I was just talking about how the yellow line was terminating in a weird place. Now it can terminate on that triangle. And that's going to be so helpful for this circle station right here. Look at that. Look at all of those triangles that just got cleared out. Fucking brilliant. Okay. Now we have a problem, though, because this circle here kind of demands attention. I think it's more important that we keep the... Let's do this, actually. The pink line is going to be in a lot of trouble all of a sudden because now pentagons are going to pile up at the central square and right here, but I think it's going to be okay. Red line, you can go up and get that triangle. That's fine. Pink line is already in a bit of a spot of bother, but it's okay. Circle there. Actually, pink line, are you fucked? No, you're not fucked. You're just in trouble. Clear this out here. Hopefully. There you go. That'll at least get us through today. I will put another locomotive on the pink line ASAP. Locomotive and a carriage and pause. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, this guy needs to get here. I think there's enough time for this locomotive to get here. Actually, no. Why am I risking it? Why am I risking it? Why don't I just put a locomotive and a carriage right there and go? There. Now you're fine. You're totally fine. You have 4 circles and a pentagon, so you're going to drop your circles there. Head for the pentagon. Oh, you want to drop a whole bunch of shit at that circle because it's a... Oh, fuck you for that. I don't like that. Who told you you could do that? Okay, well, I understand why you're doing that, even if I disagree with it. Let's see. Purple line, you can take this circle off because we have the orange line for that. You are actually going to need to curve out here, I think. Be really nice if we could terminate... Actually, why don't we just terminate all of you at this triangle? I think that's the most helpful thing for all of you. Let's try that. This triangle is still going to become a drop point. But if I ever get interchanges, I can at least drop one here and one here. Alright. You are going to come hit the central square, drop all your stuff, and then be okay, right? Well, by drop all your stuff, I mean overload every other line. Thanks for that. Yeah, actually, now the red line is in trouble. Interesting. Let's see. Blue line is kind of hanging on. This red line needs attention right now, actually. Why don't you go rescue that? Plus signs are piling up. Where are the plus signs? They are just on the red line. Why don't we fix that? Why don't we put plus signs on the orange line, put the orange line to work. You go clear that out. All right. When you hit that circle, I actually want you to come back in and clear out the central square. Central square is now on fire with everything. Hey, orange line, why did you not... Okay, there you go. Alright. Blue line, just go get that circle. That will be fine. Let's see, yellow line needs help. Blue line needs help. Red line needs help. I can only help so many lines, so it's gonna be interesting. Oh boy, okay, all of a sudden everything's on fire. Locomotive and a carriage and pause. Okay. Can I put another locomotive on the red line? No. Okay. Then, me have breakfast with you, make a nice change. Me have frying pan for breakfast. Shit. You know what would be really helpful for the blue line? Is if it had a fucking triangle. Like that one. Why don't you have that triangle? You know what else would be helpful is if the green line didn't exist, I think. If I do that, then the red line has a little bit more work, which isn't great, but I can kill the green line. Possibly repurpose it. Is it worth drawing another line out here, or do I just want the locomotive? I think I just want the locomotive, actually. I think I want you to go there, save the blue line. You to go here, save the red line, and in a moment I'll have another locomotive. I have another locomotive. Now, what am I going to do with this other locomotive? You have a whole bunch of circles. You're going to hit that circle, clear them out, and then I want you to turn around and rescue this. As for my other locomotive here... Fuck. Orange one? Possibly the orange one? Possibly the orange one. Well, I don't love it, but I don't think there's a better alternative that I'm seeing. I guess I could... Is there an emergency line I could draw that would really help? Like, you run through there, you're mostly going to fix that. If I just draw a dinky little green line to do that, that'll totally clear out that thing, right? And now I kill that, and I draw a dinky little green line, hold on, to go straight in there. That's awful. That crosses like 3 different places. There. And does that actually do anything that helps? Probably not. kinda. But look, everything else is on fire. Everything else is smoldering. So, yeah, no, this is all suddenly falling apart very quickly. So that's great. You go there, but this red line is doomed. So that decelerated quickly. I mean, I really lost control of that fast. 1,866 passengers over 64 days. It felt like it was shaping up to be a great score, and then it turned out to be a pretty good one. Top 35% I will take, but Sam the Samurai, I know you're out there watching, Sam. Congratulations. Good work. I did beat Ghosty. I did not beat Sam. So, we'll take it. I will take it, though. It's a decent score. Top 35%. I'm never going to complain too much about the top half, to be honest. Let's do one more. It is only 7:20. You know what we haven't done in a long time? Actually, hold on. Why did I go back out here? We have not played... Excuse me. We have not played in endless mode in a long time here on Good Morning Mini Metro. Let's go to... Oh, is there anywhere I don't have a high score? I think I've put one up in Chicago, which was the most recent map. Let me just double check to make sure that I have. 131, that's fine. Let's go to Paris. Screw it. We'll go to Paris. We'll try to beat 116 passengers per week or whatever on an endless mode. It's been a long time since we showed off endless here on GMMM. While we are doing that, I will toss in my requisite plugs. Where's my plug button? There it is. All right, so I am on Twitter. The channel is on Twitter. There is, of course, the YouTube channel. Hello to everybody watching on YouTube. Join the Discord server if you haven't. It's a lot of fun. We talk about stuff and things and life and all. Let's take another line here. Basically, you know, one of the main perks of being in the Discord server is that you get to have a choice in what the mainline game series are that we play. So, for instance, you know, we're currently playing Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, that trilogy, on Tuesday nights, but in the not-too-distant future, we will be done with that. And what will we be doing on Tuesday nights? Well, I will put it to a vote of everybody in the Discord server. And if you want to have a say in that, then you can have a say in that. That's how it works. All right, you go get that, and I think, yeah, let's just draw another line for that. Maximize the number of lines, maximize the number of trains out there, maximize the number of passengers delivered, maximize the number of rewards we get, like so. I'll take a locomotive. Give me an interchange. I'll slap it down here on the central square. Interchange is slightly less useful in endless than they would be in normal or extreme, but they're still nice. You know, you still get your locomotives running through your stations, picking up passengers that much more quickly. Star there is just fine, because there's still a circle and a square and a triangle on the yellow line. So, as I was saying, Discord server, we talk about what game is going to come next and decide what we're going to do with it, what game that's going to be. I think there are going to be plenty of choices on the poll for the next Tuesday game. There's nothing I'm really clamoring to play. There's nothing brand new that has come out. So there's going to be, you know, a lot of stuff that's maybe a bit, you know, a classic game that, you know, when I say classic game, I don't mean like NES title or anything, but, you know, just a really good game from the last decade or so that for whatever reason I never got my hands on. Let's go locomotive and a line here while I'm babbling. Matter of fact, let's take you off of the blue line and just run an orange line like so for now. But yeah, if there's, you know, a particular game that you want to see, the Discord server is the place to lobby for it. That's my very long plug for my very nice Discord server. Another square over here is just fine. We'll just put that on the pink line or purple line and forget about it. Another thing I want to mention is that tonight at 6 o'clock Eastern, we will be back with Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I'm going to take another line here. You are going to get a line dedicated to yourself, I think. You go triangle, and that's going to burn a tunnel, but something will fill this out over here. That will be fine. Yes, tonight is Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and tonight is Virmire. We are going to Virmire first thing tonight. We are advancing the main plot tonight. Stuff is going down. Take a locomotive. I'm good on tunnels. I've got 2. You know, I'll just take them to forget about them, really. Tonight is Virmire. Tonight, well, if you've played Mass Effect, you know what's coming, and if you haven't, let me just say it's going to be an explosive evening. Yeah. Mwahaha. Mwahaha. There's my not-so-subtle hint. Stuff's going down tonight on Virmire. It's going to be a lot of fun. And honestly, after Virmire, you know, we're gonna check in and see how many side quests there are. But let's take a line. That'll be the last line. We're not finishing Mass Effect tonight, but we might get kind of close, I think. I honestly don't remember how much more is left after Virmire, so... You know, I know there's one more planet, and I know there's the finishing sequence. As in terms of side quests, I don't know, so... Yeah, let's take a locomotive here. I will take a carriage because I have 5 freaking tunnels. Let's slap a carriage on one of... actually, these lines are all fine. Everything here is moving smoothly right now. You know, I've only delivering 30-some-odd passengers a week, but it feels pretty good. Like, none of the lines are in desperate need of anything. I guess we can do another locomotive here for the mint-colored line. Just get that going. Oh my god, this right here is a helpful triangle. We'll have a locomotive. We'll have a carriage. You and you can get pulled back. Here's one carriage for you. And here's one carriage for you. These lines both feel better now, even if they're not actually doing anything differently. You are the shortest little 4-station line I've ever seen, but that's okay. Do you want another locomotive? Sure, you can have another locomotive. Just keep an eye out, see where stuff might want to go. We'll take a locomotive. We'll take a carriage. Sure, let's drop this on the yellow line. Why not? That'll go fine right there. Little wedge for the purple line. I've still got a pink line that I haven't even drawn. And it's like, where are you needed? Stars are kind of piling up. Where are the stars? Oh, they're on the yellow line. Well, here comes the yellow line. Take a locomotive, take another carriage. See, we're delivering the passengers pretty much as quickly as they can spawn. So as the game, you know, ramps up and the game thinks it's taking things nice and slow, but, you know, my Metro was like, come on, give me more, give me more, give me more, give me more. So we'll take a locomotive, we'll take a carriage. All of a sudden I have 3 locomotives and carriages piled up just because I've been babbling. Orange line, you can have that circle. Oh, there we go, another one. Locomotive and a carriage. Here, take that carriage. Take another locomotive for your tiny little line. Let's draw the pink line up to that circle. That'll be just fine. Yep, did have a quick little piano cover of the Tetris theme. Where did my Spotify go? There it is. It's a short song. A locomotive and a carriage. Square there for the mint-colored line is just fine. No problem with that. Could actually use another circle in the early days here. I'm still mad that Nude Indigo said he was streaming Tetris and he was lying. He was a dirty liar. Damned April Fool's Day prankster. Alright, let's put more carriages on our blue and green lines. I think the yellow line could use one as well now. He did a VO to a YouTube video of someone playing Tetris like absolute trash. Ooh, shots fired. Let's see. What do I want to do with this? Can you just be a nice round thing? No, you really can't. I think I'm going to have to double up on the triangles there. Not the most efficient usage, probably, but what are you going to do? We'll put that plus sign here on the yellow line. Yellow line is going to be a little busier. Actually, we'll go locomotive and a carriage. Look at the ridership milestones. Just boom, 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 boom. One after another now. Alright, here is a carriage for the orange line. Mint line, you go get that circle. Why don't you take one of these carriages? And yeah, anything spawns up here, we got the pink line. Anything spawns out over here, we got the purple line. We got the blue and the green lines down here. We're in a pretty good spot. It's like, come on, Paris, give me more. Give me more. I can handle it. Diamond out there is kind of annoying. Yellow line is getting a workout now. The video was just 10 hours of the Tetris theme, and the gameplay was a background loop, but it was fucking trash. Oh. We take Tetris seriously. Well, Tetris is serious business. Alright, let's see. You get a locomotive. Oh, wow. Okay, this is starting to really pile up here. Triangle there is going to be helpful. You get a locomotive. That locomotive gets a carriage. I think this third locomotive also gets a carriage. I think the yellow line is very mad right now. There we go. That's a little bit more under control. Okay, circle here. Actually, that circle there I kind of want to give to the mint line, just so that it has a circle at the middle of the line, rather than just all the way at the end. So that's a reasonably helpful circle there, actually. Let's see. Still, we'll toss another locomotive on that line because it could use it. Pink line's not really doing much. Serving a function, but that's it. Circle there for the yellow line. Yeah, we can hook that in. Somehow keep everything all nice and curved right here. That's just fine. Greeny line, you're doing just fine. Golic line, you're doing just fine. Little Mike and Mike in the morning reference for you, why not? Oh, God. Triangle there, pick it up on the mint line. You know what I could do? Do I want to do that? No, I think it's not worth it now. We'll do a locomotive and a carriage as we hit another milestone. Hooray! Milestones had started slowing down for a second there. Okay. That circle is much more natural fit for the mint line, which means this fit goes on the purple line, and it's just fine. Okay. Circle out there for the purple line. Yep, that's going to have to be okay. We'll give that the carriage because it's got now 3 consecutive circles at the end of the line, which is a little nuts. Just a little bit. Circle there. You go on the... Oh, nope. I didn't want to pull your locomotive. I just want to... Oh, you can't do that nicely, can you? Well, fine. Why don't you do that then? And we'll do another locomotive for the pink line. Let's see. What is piling up? Stuff for the yellow line. Yellow line can take another locomotive, so take another locomotive, yellow line. Oh boy, 5 consecutive circles at the end of our orange line. That's awesome. That's definitely not fucking terrible. Man, every other line is moving so much faster than the yellow line can accommodate, even though the yellow line has 4 locomotives on it right now. Triangle there for the purple line. That's just fine. Do I maybe want to pull one of these circles off of the... If I pull this off of the purple line and give it to the mint line, is that a problem? No, I don't think so. If we just do that and that. Yeah, the mint line should be able to handle that. Circle over there. 6 consecutive circles at the end of the orange line. Okay, let's see here. Circle there. 4 consecutive circles at the end of the mint line. I'm sure it's all fine. Yellow line, can you take another locomotive? No, you are full. So if I wanted to help the yellow line any, it would be via carriages. So let's help the yellow line via carriages, because I know there's one here that just has a carriage. Just a locomotive, rather, no carriage. Pink line has 4 consecutive circles at its terminates at its end as well. That's not great. Let's see here. I could pull the orange line down to this triangle. I don't love that, actually. I could have the blue line grab some of these circles, but, I mean, it's having its own problems, so don't think that's the answer. This right here might be Allen Iverson. We'll just... Oh, the mint line is full. I see. I was unprepared for that. Circle there. What do I do with that? Can I just... I guess I can just give it to the pink line. Sure, why not? More passengers for the pink line. Pink line could desperately use a carriage. Mint line could desperately use another carriage. You really have 4 locomotives? Yeah, I suppose you do. One there, one right here, and one right over here. 7 consecutive circles at the end of the fucking orange line. Here, have another locomotive. You're fine. Oh my god, a triangle. Oh my god, a triangle. Do you feel like endless mode is a good way to learn patterns of efficiency so that the other modes are easier? I would say so, yeah. That makes sense. You notice yourself stalling out, and it's like, okay, where are things piling up? Where can I be more efficient? That absolutely makes sense. All right, let's take a locomotive and a carriage. Circle down here will be for the green line. So happy I got this triangle right here for the end of the orange line. It also helps the blue line at least feel a little shorter. Actually, I think that is a little shorter now that I look at it, so that's just fine. So the blue line's good there. Hey, look, another triangle. You know what? Why don't we pull the blue line and have you get that all to yourself, and now all of you only share the central square. Speaking of the central square, it's overloaded. With what? With everything. Oh, too bad. I've got a carriage here. Do I want to put it on the yellow line just because I know the yellow line is overloaded with shit? Yeah, I think so. We'll do that. Circle up there. Alright, can I give you to the orange line? Yes, I can. This is a little ridiculous now. It's a lot ridiculous, actually. But I'm sure it's fine. We're gonna pretend it's fine. Okay, I can't do anything for the mint line unless I wanted to yoink one of those carriages off the yellow line and do that, which I kind of do, actually. I could, speaking of the yellow line, pop it over here, have it help out with those. Now you get that. Okay. So you got that, and that one can't handle that, but this one can. Another locomotive for the blue line, maybe? No, the blue line's fine. You go right there. Another locomotive for the green line, maybe. Yeah, do that. There we go. That seems helpful. Okay. So, we've hit 120. I think we got a little bit higher than that. But I also think that if we're going to go significantly farther, it would require blowing things up and starting fresh. Is that something I feel like doing? Gonna be honest, I think the answer is no today. So, let's see. I've got one more locomotive that I could place. Let me take this off of the orange line. Yeah, we take these two off of the orange line so it can go get that. Orange line can loop around to get this circle, and that's okay. Okay. You know, I think that triangle there is reasonably helpful for the green line. Just break up these circles a little bit. Plus, you know, triangles that spawn here can be taken back this way. That might actually wind up being a very helpful triangle now that I think about it. We'll see. All right. I can't put anything on the mint line unless I yank a carriage from somewhere else, which does sound like a good idea, actually. Oh, hold on. Triangle there for the orange line. That's very helpful. How helpful is it, in fact? How helpful is it? You can just do that, actually. That'll be fine. Turn, 7 consecutive circles into 2 circles, a triangle, and then 5 circles, which is better. If you go get that circle, then the purple line has to get that circle, which it doesn't want to, frankly. But it will, and it'll be happy about it as long as it also gets that triangle. That's okay. Blue line can pick up that circle now. That will also be okay under penalty of death. Let's see, you are immediately turning into a choke point. Let's spend our last locomotive on the purple line and see if that speeds anything up. And if not, we might just call it there. Hey look, the pink line is now up to 6 consecutive circles at its end. I suppose, actually, I could do that for some reason. Now something just spawned over here. It was a circle, which could theoretically go on the yellow line. Doesn't want to. Certainly doesn't feel like it should. But, if we're going to have an acute angle there, it doesn't really matter if it's on the triangle or the circle. Either one of them are annoying, but okay. Yeah, you do that, and then you curve around here. That's a nice little triangle for you. Be nice if I had, say, 2 more lines, but of course that's part of the limitations of the game. So, what are you going to do? I like ending endless mode because instead of a fiery ruin, it's just, fuck this. Well, Ghosty, I think we have reached the, it's so close. Come on, tick over. There you go. One more time. We'll take a locomotive. We'll take a carriage. The mint line is getting the carriage, I think. Actually, the mint line got a couple of carriages during the course of that last breakdown. Yeah, the mint line is going to be okay. The orange line, yeah, if you do that, then that, you kind of go up and around, but at least you have triangles all over the place now, so that's going to wind up being okay. That circle there just goes right in the middle of the 2 consecutive triangles on the purple line, and we're going to pretend that it's fine. Let's do carriage for the pink line, because the pink line has all sorts of consecutive circles. As for the locomotive, it's going to go on the purple line. Yeah. Because the purple line has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive circles at its ending now. Okay. And as Ghosty said, I think we have reached to the point of, fuck this. Because it is 7:45, and I have to start work at 8, and I have stuff to do between now and starting work. So, let's wrap this up. Thank you all so much for being here. As always, I hope you had a good time and enjoyed Good Morning Mini Metro. We'll put this circle on the pink line as we're wrapping up. One more reminder for folks, I will be back later tonight at 6 o'clock Eastern for Mass Effect Legendary Edition from my PS5. So it's going to look a little better. It should perform a lot better. I took it for a bit of a run last night. It feels a little better. It looks a little better. So we're going to be doing that Mass Effect Legendary Edition tonight at 6 o'clock Eastern, right here, twitch.tv/the_Goog. I will be back tomorrow morning at 9 on YouTube with more Good Morning Mini Metro. And I am going to wrap it up now before we hit 150 and I'm forced to continue this bit. So, thank you all so much for being here. I am going to call it a stream right there. Go watch the otters. How about that? How about that? All right. Have a good... We hit the milestone. Okay, well, you cast the ancient ritual of summon new milestone, and you can't be too sad when it actually happens. Carriage for the end of the purple line because it needs it. You get that. You go out this way this time. Locomotive for the purple line. The purple line's full. Locomotive for the orange line. Sure. Locomotive for the orange line. All right. That is going to do it. We are going to wrap it up here. Thank you again so much for watching, and have a good day. Goodbye.